Time for an update. This is what I've done so far. This isn't connected right now, it's just sitting there. But I do have the fan in temporarily, as you can see right there. It's just sitting in there. I'm going to use contact cement on this and make sure it stays together. I may use a couple of screws. I don't know. We'll see how strong the contact cement is. It should be pretty strong. VU meter here. This is just the back end of the VU meter as an example. So yeah, VU meters will be here. This back will be attached on there, but I'm gonna have to do some cutouts on it, do some customizations. I'm just debating with the antennas right now, and it doesn't help that there you're stuck in there. I didn't deal with the fast charger yet. This is the one that I picked up. I've already tried it. It's pretty quick. I still got the buck converter on its way. But yeah, the fast charger will go here. I have a corner piece on its way as well. That will go in here and then straight down. For some reason, the cable is here and the logo text is right here. So yeah, the cables have to come out through this side and then straight down. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of an issue. Now I'm kind of thinking about antennas. I was thinking of putting an extra plate. This was actually cut off from this, and I'm thinking of putting an antenna right here. It's going to be on an angle like this, and I might add another one right here so it'll look like bunny ears coming off of it. This looks like a record player opening up. The way that I have the feet on the bottom, this thing's going to look completely retro. That's the idea of it. The sample test of the black gloss, that stain, looks pretty good. Well, it just looks like normal paint. But I wanted to test what it would look like with glue in the corners and then without glue. So yeah, definitely, as you can see, there's a little bit of glue there. It's more shiny in the center by my thumb. So yeah, and I'm going to definitely have to do a bit more work there to make sure that there's zero glue showing when I'm actually going to put this stuff on. But yeah, it looks great. The shed's a mess. Like, look at this. I literally have no room for anything. I got wood everywhere. Drop saw and everything on the ground. Yeah, definitely a mess, but you're starting to look great. So I got the handles on here. They're permanently on here now. I was going to use the leather handles, but it's a good thing I didn't because it would just be vibrating, and yeah, I don't think it would look that great. I'm sure it would have if I used like black leather around this whole thing, but I didn't know how I would wrap that up because the back would have black leather here, and around the edges. So I completely killed that idea and just used the black stain. The stain isn't perfect. You can see some blemishes in the light, but it's better than nothing. It's better than having it be naked like that. But yeah, that's going to be the color for the speaker grill, and also this part here. That little piece right there will be the color for this. Now, for that right there, the speaker grill, which will have the cloth, I have to redo this again because I screwed up. The peg holes that is meant to connect to that are misaligned. I don't know how that ended up happening because it was clamped down with this, and I drilled through both of them together. But yeah, they're misaligned. The bottom ones are completely straight, but the top are misaligned. Now if I shifted it up, those would be perfect, and that is misaligned. I don't know how that ended up happening, but I'm going to drill a hole through this faceplate here, completely through it, and I'm going to redesign a new one here, and I'm going to drill straight through to that. But hopefully it'll be completely not misaligned. I don't have the wood for it right at the moment. I have to go buy more wood. So that's put on hold right now too. If this wasn't misaligned, this would be done by now. But oh well. Top looks great. Got little holes here. That way I can actually have thumb screws and tighten this thing down so this won't lift up or vibrate. I'm going to have some like foam edges going around there. That way if there is some vibration, you won't hear it through here. But yeah, that looks pretty cool so far. I do have an issue with the back plate. I wasn't paying attention. I was cutting this thing fairly quick because it was starting to rain one day, and I decided to cut it without thinking. And the thing is, the edge right there's a big ass gap, so I need to figure out a way to clamp that down, because if I end up pushing against this plate this direction, I could actually rip it off of this bottom board, and that can be a problem. So I'm gonna have to probably butt something up to the edges right there and on the other side over there, but I'll see what I can do there. Other than that, this thing's starting to look good. I still don't like the idea of having the hinges on the outside here. They should have been hidden, but there was nothing I could do. I could have had it hidden right around this edge right here, but it's too thin, and this is MDF. That would have ended up breaking. So yeah, the hinges are on the outside for more strength. Nothing I could do about that. The feet aren't on there permanently yet, but look at that. They actually pop right out. Looks so good. But yeah, they're not permanently on there yet because I don't have the lock nuts on there. They're only temporarily added. I'm not going to put them on there until I know I'm completely done with that. After when I'm done with all this here, I'm going to have to do a bunch of wiring for the speakers and put them in, screw that into place. And then I can start working on the top part here. I'm just waiting for parts right now. I'm going to have foam on this piece right here on every single part. That way it's completely sealed. It's like adhesive on both sides of the foam. That will be a little bit of an issue here. This will stick out just a bit, so there will be a little bit of a crack there, but it doesn't really matter much. But that doesn't look too bad at all. You can still get it at the knobs. I know this is kind of in a way, but you know, you can take that completely off and then you get right at the knobs. So this is just to protect the speakers. But yeah, the faceplate here is like a goldish color. That's going to look really good too. I can't wait to have this thing finished. I want to actually hear how it sounds. Fast charging buck converter came in. Funny little thing. Is that glue or something? It's way smaller than a normal buck converter. It means, technically, let's move you out of the way. Here, let's put you over here, that way I don't scrape up the paint. This is where I was wanting to put it. That looks puny, man. I can stick that thing anywhere. Stick it here, stick it there. Probably stick in between here of those two buck converters. Wow. You tiny boy. Well, hopefully it does well. I'm going to have to test it with this phone because it's almost dead. Interesting. Yeah. It's like a little bit of glue or something on that. You got a little heat sink on. Let's have a look at that in the sun. You got a little bit of paste on that IC chip right there. Obviously nothing on the inductor. If that inductor gets warm, I'll just probably stick something on it. Yeah. Well, that's one piece to it, if it works well. that'll be for the wireless charger, which is in here. I might as well pull it out now because I'm going to be doing some testing, right? Let's put you there. Put you here. And it's a fast charger, which says this. Yeah. That would be going right here. I still got to get my little USB-C corner connector, which I have no idea where this is going to go until I get that. But I can test those two. Samsung S10 isn't fully dead, but it is hooked up to the same power supply that is in that box right now. I did buy 2 of these, but yeah, it is plugged into that, and it's going to be plugged into there. But before I do, I just want to make sure that thing doesn't blow up. So let's plug it in. It shouldn't. Yeah, it's all lit up. It's got its own little LED light, so that's good. Now I'm just going to plug it in to the official Samsung cord here. Let's try to do this with one hand. There we are, it's plugged in. This is all lit up. I should actually grab this. I want to actually see how much power it's going to deliver to it. So it is plugged in right now, and it's giving off just about 9 volts. Let's see what the phone says. 1 hour and 49. It said fast charging right on it. Let's do that again. It's fast charging. And that's on. Any changes? Let's have a look at that. Just waiting for that screen to turn off. It should jump up. Huh. It's coming up to 1 amp. Almost there to 1 amp. You say 1 hour 49. Now, I have another wireless fast charger right here, and this is connected directly into the official power supply there for the Samsung phone. Let's see what it says. The exact same. So let's disconnect you. Just want to make sure that thing's providing enough amps. Alright, so you're now plugged in, and you are on the side. But yeah, you're getting the exact same voltage. So let's put the phone on. It says fast charging as well. The exact same time. I'll take, and the phone's off now. So yeah, just underneath an amp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain both phones, and I'm going to see how long it actually takes to charge both of them. I'm curious with one thing. Is it just the wireless chargers that's causing almost an amp, or is that just how the phones are designed for that? Instantly 1.6. Which just is going to say, yeah, about 1 hour and 8 minutes till fully charged. So the wireless chargers obviously don't give off that much. But still, I'm putting one in. Alrighty, now it's time to test it. I'm going to be using my S8 first. As you can see, the battery's at 9%. And I'm going to hit start on my stopwatch on searchad.net. So, alright. And let's start that. There we are. So let's see how long it takes just to charge this one first. So it's been 46 minutes. And this was at 9%. What's it at now? Went up a bit. And you were sitting at 38. Oof. That's not what I expected. That's actually pretty bad. There's a lot of waste going on there, I guess. Well, it's been an hour and 45 minutes. Pretty close to it. Let's have a look now. See what you're at. You are at 81%. It's not too bad. I can handle that. 220. What are you at now? This is at 100%. For some reason, this is still charging. I'm going to leave it for another like 5 minutes or so. Hopefully it doesn't overcharge. That'd be dumb. Literally just about 2 minutes later, it's green now. So there we go. I guess it actually stops. So now I have a fully charged phone. Obviously, that's screwed up. But alright, I'm going to jump onto this phone. Actually, I gotta kill this phone first, about 9%, and then charge it. Alright, so my new phone isn't quite ready yet. I haven't fully drained it. As you see, there's still 24%. Sorry, the quality is really bad right now, but yeah, 24%. And I am kind of curious to see if this is actually giving out more than 1 amp. I'm just kind of wondering if it's just these wireless charging pads. So let's plug it in. Before I do, let's have a look at you. Yeah, there's nothing out of it right now. Alright. And yeah, it's drawing more current. So buck converter is perfectly fine. It's just these wireless charging pads are slower than hell. They're both like that. Alright, so my phone is now at 9%. As you can see right there, it's time to charge this. And hit play. Ooh, what's this say? It says wireless charging. It didn't say fast wireless charging. Let's see that again. Yeah, it says fast wireless charging. It says 2 hours and 35 minutes until full. That's rough guess. And the other one said 221. That's still very slow, but yeah, what do you expect? It's wireless chargers. They're not that fast. If I was to connect that directly to the buck converter, that would go a heck of a lot faster because this thing's only supplying it about 1 amp at just under 9 volts. It's not this because I already tested that. It definitely does provide the 2 volts. So I just guess it's the phone and the wireless charging pad, the communication between those two. But yeah, I just gotta wait for this now. Well, I just paused the timer. It's at 100% there. And that's the time. So yeah, pretty much from dead to full, that's how long it's going to take. Now, if it was connected by a cord, it would take half that. But that's not the point. I wanted wireless, so that's not bad. It's better than using one that's not fast charging, but still. Kind of disappointed, but I guess it works. It's going in the box anyway.